Hey, Cancers. Here we go shuffling for your card for the year. The 2017 Tarotscope. I've already drawn the signs, or the cards for the months, of course, in the previous reading. But here we have for your sign, which of course may or may not apply because we're talking to so many different aspects of this. Won't necessarily apply to everybody, I'm sure. But if you want to go deeper, you can always get a hold of me and I'll leave contact information after a bit. So, here's your card for 2017. The Fool. What a card. It's a one year, and the Fool. Okay, the 1 year is that new beginnings. The Fool is stepping off to wherever he wants to step off to. Okay, as it applies to the all gifted card that we have for January. So much potential. I mean, it is the two cards together, absolutely limitless. It's your imagination. Where do you want to go with this? There's nothing that can't be accomplished. Okay. So that's where the January thing is. The Hierophant, okay, for February. The Fool, as applies to the Hierophant, okay, there's the two different directions this can go, of course. The one that I want to say for sure, start with, is don't be blindly led, okay? Just down any old path, okay? Make sure this is your path. Where you want to go with this, okay? So the Fool also says, let's explore. I don't know if this is me. I don't know if this is me. Let's see how this actually fits, because something about this isn't really doesn't really fit me. I'm not comfortable with this particular aspect of whatever this is in this religion, in this spiritual concept, in this tradition that we do. Okay. We need to take a look at that. Okay. Make sure it is your path that you're following and not somebody else's given to you. Okay. Find your own. That's what the Fool is all about. It's that new beginnings, that stepping out, going where he or she feels they need to go. All right. And that's you. So the Hierophant is also a card here. I'm going to say this part. It's also a card about marriages and tradition in that respect. Okay, the Hierophant, they talk about it in marriages because he would be like the Pope, the officiant at that wedding ceremony kind of a thing. Okay, I know this isn't a relationship reading, but this is what stands out to me. The Fool. Okay, it's that beginning, that stepping off into. So in part of this, I have to wonder if you're headed down a particular path in this that doesn't necessarily feel right for some of you. But the other part of this is, I do see that this is definitely a path that you are headed down. Again, I know this is a very general reading, but these are the things that I'm coming up with, or that come to mind for me in when I see these two cards. We can talk about personal readings, elsewhere, but but for some of you, I do see this coming about. But the big thing here to understand that applies to pretty well across the board is to question, to make sure that the path you're on is your path and not somebody else's. So here we go with the Ace of Wands in March. The Fool gets some direction. He's got inspiration. He says, "Ooh, I like this. This is where I gotta go now." Okay, whatever this is, this could be that marriage thing over there. This could be that new religion thing that you were talking about. This new understanding of that you're assuming. This new way of life in that respect. Tradition. Maybe you're adding to tradition. Or maybe it is that you say, wow, this is my tradition and I fully relate to this and this is the path I'm going to continue following. But Ace of Wands, it really flares up and says, yes, this is definitely where I'm going to be headed. And the fool takes his stick and his pup follows along, and they head down that path. Okay, this is where you're headed to. Six of Cups. I don't need to remind the fool. I don't need to remind too many Cancers to remember the sweetness of life. Okay, the sweetness of life, the childlike nature of things, the tender moments, and these heartfelt, the nostalgia. Okay, all of these things like this are definitely part of who you are. This fool left home on his own path. Okay, he had his tradition from where he once came. The he's getting down this road possibly, and it's getting a little bit lonely. Okay, this is the nature of a Cancer as well. To need to feel that need to be connected to home, to connected to somebody. Okay, the mom and dad, if are back at home, and maybe you're off at college, or maybe you're past college and you've married and you've moved away with your spouse to another city in another state, maybe on another continent even. The fool, the Cancer, the fool here, may need to reconnect. Okay, we've got so many ways nowadays. This right here. I'm recording video and sending it around the world. We've got Skype for these things. We've got texting. We've got emails. We've got phone calls. We've got all sorts of ways to stay connected and to remember and stay nourished. How you need to stay nourished. Okay, these are the things that feed your soul, right? That feed your spirit, that keep you lifted, that make you feel alive, and without them, you feel the drain, you feel the uneasiness, you feel the awkward, you feel the disconnect. Okay, so remember these things. Okay, they help you, and is very needed, very necessary for carrying on in what comes after, right? So moving on to May, we have the Six of Swords as opposed to the Fool. In this respect here, with these two cards, considering your sign, I'm getting that this here is, that some of you actually have left because of what do you call that? Discord. Okay, at best, absolute abuse in the worst case scenario. Okay, and you're carrying these pains with you. Okay, the Six of Cups beforehand, that reminded you of the sweetness of life, and where you are nourished and where you're nurtured. Okay, keep in mind this: the Six of Swords. You need to drop that baggage. Okay, you need to get rid of, whether it be guilt or whether it be victim. Okay, whichever way it goes, you need to be able to drop that. Okay, it's not serving you any bit. Okay, we learn from our past. Okay, we don't stay anchored to this. We move forward. You have got to let it go. All right, let it go. That's all I can say on this. Okay, that's May. June, we have the Eight of Pentacles, the Fool, learning his lessons. Okay, maybe hopefully by now the Fool has learned to let it go. All right, it's an art. It's truly something that has to be learned and something that has to be mastered. It's not easy for anybody, much less, of course, you Cancers, of course. How you like to hold on to, like I say, that nostalgia. All right, and some things are in our past, and they're meant to stay in our past. And nail the damn door shut. Don't let it open up again, or whatever it takes. Okay. They said sometimes the brightest, most beautiful light comes from a burning bridge. Okay. Remember that. And that so much applies to some of you there. It's a sad reality, which is kind of comes along with the Six of Swords there, right? Letting it go. finding a new way. So we move from there into July. We have the Three of Pentacles. The Three of Pentacles is when it's with the Fool. He's joining with somebody. Okay, that's what I see. I see you moving away from learning some hard lessons, mastering them, or on your way to mastering them. And this leads you into, like I say, the joining of somebody else. Maybe this is a support group that you need to find. Maybe this is just a new group of friends that you if you've left home, if you've left someplace for such and such, and you need material support, whether that's a ride to work or ride to school, blankets, shelter, a roommate, many different things. Okay, the Three of Pentacles is coming together, all efforting the same cause, the same purpose, at least coming together and working together so that everybody benefits for however it is that they need to benefit. All right, I see that kind of in July happening, sort of a thing. Maybe even towards the end of July. The Ace of Swords here is epiphanies. Okay, it's that inspirational moment. It's that new idea, that new thought. Maybe it's a new plan. Okay, well, maybe if it was that roommate situation, maybe in August you're able to start beginning to stand on your own. I will also say that Ace of Swords makes me think college or education. Okay, maybe it's a trade school. Maybe it's going back to school for some of us. After our families are raised and gone, and we have this this idea that, hey, we're going to go back to school. August, there it comes up, and that makes time-wise it makes perfect sense. But because, like I say, aces are new thoughts, new plans, new ideas, and we get plenty of those in a classroom setting. And the Fool's journey, right? Taking off on a new path. So maybe it's a career change, and you're going back to school for that. You've been in the finance industry for years, and now all of a sudden you feel, I want to give back. I want to feel, nurturing to somebody. So you get into a counseling situation, or you want to get into a healing situation, whether that's herbalism or energy healing, or becoming a nurse on your way to becoming a doctor, in the medical field. There are so many different things in so many different ways. But the Prince of Cups about this, whatever this is happening in August, it's very deep felt and it's very emotional. I see on the card is Cupid. He's got his bow already loaded with the arrow. Okay. I see some real inspiration here. Whether it's a renewing of existing feelings of in a existing relationship. Maybe it's reconciling with in a failed relationship. Maybe it's a brand new relationship altogether. But I do see it's a big emotional relationship month come September. So happy thoughts. Good luck there. And it's moving into October here. The Fool is the 0 card. The Magician is the 1 card. It's the next evolution. It's the next step. It's the Fool realizing how much potential he really has. And sometimes it's a relationship that inspires us in it. Sometimes it's just learning the right thing, the right idea, to really being able to manifest and materialize the life of our dreams, the life that we've been inspired, to have, even before March. Okay, you've got inspirations and dreams and desires that have been with you for your whole life. Okay, but maybe these are fueled, come here in a couple of months, inspired, that heightens. But towards the end of this year, with the Magician card in October, I see this really starting to manifest and the potential for it to really come about. So it shows me to following out the contentment that you're really going to find Okay, the Fool, the Ten of Cups, kind of finds home, kind of finds a place to belong, a place to both feel loved and to share love, and the family scene could be what it is, coming about in this. Maybe that's what the Magician is, the the Magician coming after the Prince of Cups and the Ace of Swords, preceding the Ten of Cups. Maybe this marriage is up here, okay? Maybe there was the idea back here at the Hierophant where I mentioned the matrimonial Pope presiding over the matrimonial ceremonies. Anyways, the three and this Ten of Cups comes along and in November and just continues on through into the just living in the joy of life. The Three of Cups, the ongoing celebration of life itself. Okay, being content and having the friends surround you and just sharing and caring. So, happy New Year, Cancer, in 2017. Let it be your best and greatest year yet. If you have any questions about this, you can give me a contact me through my website, Shaspirit.com. You can send me an email, Michael@Shaspirit.com, or you can reach me on my Facebook, which is facebook.com/The Shaw Spirit, all one word. So, anyways, blessings.